Thank you, Mr. President. Chair is Sufi, West Australian Division, and also the Advisory Committee on Federal Policy. Fellow Liberals, Australia has so far had 45 Commonwealth referendums, of which only 8 have passed. What that tells us is that Australians generally detest the idea of tinkering with the most sacred document that governs this country. So you have to ask yourselves, how is it then that on 8 out of those 45 occasions, we were able to amend the Constitution? I like to take the view that this is because we are a politically mature enough nation to know when the right arguments exist to change the Constitution. Now, on this topic of Indigenous enfranchisement and Indigenous empowerment, there was another referendum in 1967, some 57 years ago. 91% of Australians voted yes. In fact, on that occasion, there wasn't even a no case. That referendum had bipartisan support from both sides of politics. I wonder why. Because Australians have the capacity to detect which such referendum is about equality and which referendum goes beyond equality. And last year's referendum, sadly, was about going beyond equality, and the Australian public was able to detect that, and Prime Minister Albanese owes the Australian public an apology for not having the judgment to be able to see that that proposal was not going to work, and misleading so many Australians, well-intentioned Australians, into thinking that they were doing the right thing. $500 million later, here we are. We now need to allow for healing to occur and for the nation to move past what we did on the 14th of October last year. And we should acknowledge the capacity of the Australian people to exercise good judgment in being able to defeat that referendum last year. So on that basis, I commend this motion and I urge you to support it. Thank you very much.